Docket pretty full, but give us a call now. We'll make sure we hear from you before the hour is up. I've got Jamie, Ted, and Steven already on the docket. Let's kick things off here with Jamie in Pierrefonds. Jamie, I have it on good authority. You are an STM driver, so let's talk about your story. So, because when someone calls in, Jamie, I always say, what are you driving? And your answer would be a big old STM bus?
Yeah, sometimes. Actually, right now I'm not driving. I'm at home in my break. But yeah, I've gotten so many tickets when I was younger. Now I'm going to turn 60 in a couple of weeks. But when I was in my 20s, I used to get pulled over almost weekly.
Oh, Jamie, what were you driving? You're in your 20s. You're a young guy. You're a cool kid. What are you driving at that point?
I was probably driving a Laser, actually, a Laser turbo.
Who made the Laser? Who made the Laser?
Chrysler.
A Chrysler Laser.
Chrysler, I think it was a Plymouth Laser.
Oh, Plymouth. Oh, that rings a bell. Okay, what happened to you?
I went through many. Let me. I'm just trying to think of. I had one time I was driving my car. And I'm going down Pierrefonds Boulevard and just about to turn on Sources, and a police car pulls in front of me, and I had to brake hard while he pulled into the McDonald's. He had actually made an illegal turn in front of me. So being the smart guy I was back then, I honked my horn at him, and I glared at him. And I continued on my way, and he went into McDonald's. I turned up the street. I went to the bank to go get some money, and when I came out the bank, he was behind my car.
Did he pull you over?
He didn't pull me over because I had gone to the bank and forgot all about him. And when I came out of the bank, he was behind my car in the parking lot. Mm-hmm. So I asked him, what's the problem? And he said, you honked at me. What's your problem? I said, well, you pulled in front of me. I almost hit you and you did an illegal turn. And he goes, well, he says, I can give you a ticket. I go, a ticket for what? He goes, a ticket for anything. He starts circling my car, and he pulls on my license plate, and my license plate was loose. And he goes, I'm going to give you a ticket for a loose license plate. And I go, oh, so what? You're going to give me a 48-hour? He goes, no, you're going to get a ticket. So, yeah.
You got to be kidding me.
I got a ticket from this guy. And this guy I was young, and he was about my age. He was actually wearing braces. So I got my ticket, and I said, I'll see you in court. And I went to court. I had to go to court 3 times because he didn't show up. And on the 3rd time, they just said, you know what? We'll just give it to you. It's only a $70 ticket. We'll give you the benefit of the doubt, and I was acquitted.
Okay, so Jamie, listen, you're an STM driver now. You say in your youth you were getting lots of tickets. Okay.
Yeah.
When you I don't want you to tell on yourself here, but when you're trying to become an STM driver, aren't they looking at the driving record and looking at the tickets?
So here's the thing. At one point, I had over 28 points pending. But I never lost my driver's license, and most of the tickets that I fought, I won. And if I was in danger of losing my license with my ticket, I would postpone that case. I called it demerit management. So I never lost my license, and I never had more than, I think, 8 demerit points at one time.
Okay, but Jamie, please tell me here before I have to let you go. As an STM driver, when you're driving the LFS, right, the low floor, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
You're on the straight and narrow, right? No tickets there.
No, you know what? I haven't had a ticket since 2008.
Oh, okay. So you turned it around in life.
I've been a good boy. You know what? It's also, I think I got a little gray hair in my beard. I think they leave me alone now.
Okay.
I think when you're a young guy, they pull you over a lot, and once you get to a certain age, you start to slow down, and the cops, they look at you and they look away.
Well, Jamie, I'll also say this, the insurance rates, as you get older, they're a little bit kinder as well because they know you don't go as crazy.
Exactly.
Jamie,
I've learned my lesson.
Before I let you go, what is your favorite model of bus to drive that the STM has? What do you like getting?
It depends. In the wintertime, like now, I don't mind the older buses. The older buses, the heat works better for the driver. And we can turn off and turn on the heat. We have control over the heat. The new buses, we have no control over the heat, and some of those buses are cold. So in the summertime, I don't like the new buses. In the summertime, I like the new buses because obviously we get air conditioning.
Gotcha. Jamie, I got to let you go. Great call. Call back, okay, anytime. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Jamie, he's driving all types of cars, from the Laser to the STM buses. Let me go to Ted in Saint Laurent. Hi, Ted.
Hi. Thank you for taking my call.
What do you drive, Ted?
Honda HRV.
Ooh, you like that car?
Actually, as I do, it's a 2026 model. It's new.
I don't think I've heard a bad thing about a Honda HRV except when they get stolen. Ted, what happened to you? Tell me your story.
Okay, way back in September, I was driving. I'm an Uber driver, and I came to a flashing red light on Lucerne, so it was turning red, and I stopped at the red light, and then I released my brakes to go again, and there was a woman on my left who was doing the same thing. So I stopped again to let her pass in front of me. And after I started to continue again, lo and behold, the police come up behind me, pulls me over, and he says I didn't make my stop. And I said, oh, well, I did. I stopped twice, actually, because it's a flashing red, and I let the woman go by me. So he takes all my information, gives me the ticket, and then I usually wait the 30 days when they notify you again. I got no notifications at all, and then my wife got a parking ticket, so I went to pay it, and then it shows up that I have this outstanding ticket. So I go to the city hall in Ville Saint Laurent. I said, can you give me information on this ticket that I have outstanding? And so she made a copy for it, and all of a sudden the ticket says failure to give way to a car that wanted to pass in front of me. I said, well, okay. And then I look at the information. It's not my license number. It's not my car. It's a completely different identification of what was going on.
And it still has your name on it. It's your name, but the car's all wrong.
That's right.
Gotcha. So what'd you do then?
I contested it. I'm in the process of contesting. Actually, after all these months, I put in, okay, not guilty. I want to contest. And now they've sent me another notification that I have until the 15th to either pay or they'll give me a date to contest it in court.
Ted, how is it as an Uber driver? Do you get a lot of tickets as an Uber driver? Or is this an exception?
This is an exception. I might get I get usually 1 or 2 a year for American stops.
And Ted, listen, we had a story this week about just how tough it is to make a living as an Uber driver. Do you find it that way? Do you think you make a good bank on Uber?
You know what? For me, it's good because I'm retired. I'm 77 years old, and I found retirement very boring. And this keeps me going. I was always an entrepreneur. I was always my own boss. And with Uber, I don't have a boss. And the money's in the account every Tuesday morning, and
Ted,
when I travel a lot.
You were 77, you said? You're 77 driving for Uber?
Yeah.
Okay, Ted, I just want to tell you something. Not guilty on all the tickets. I think you get a free pass going forward, being 77 and doing that for a living. Thanks for the call, Ted. I really do appreciate it. All right, let's see what kind of trouble our listeners are getting into as traffic court continues. We start off this half with Stephen in Verdun. Hi, Stephen.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. What do you drive, Stephen?
I drive a CRV.
Everyone drives. Man, it's all just Honda country out there. Okay,
yeah,
so you love it?
Great.
You love it?
Yeah, love it.
What year is it?
It's a 2018.
2018. Okay, good gas mileage?
Beautiful. It's a 1.5 liter.
Okay, what happened with you and your sweet CRV?
I was going along René Levesque, and I see the cops on one side and a school bus on the other. Mm-hmm. They put the yellow lights on.
Mm-hmm.
Then the gate opens for the red.
Oh, you better have stopped. You better have stopped there, Stephen.
I tried, but I was on ice and snow. It was a storm, and I slid right by it, and the cops are sitting there, and he's looking at me saying, well, why didn't you stop? And I tried, and I couldn't stop. So they gave me a $200 fine plus the fees and everything, so over $300.
How many demerit points on that sucker?
8.
8 demerit points. You know, Stephen, the school bus ticket, the school bus flashing light stop sign out. That is like, I'm surprised on the 10 Commandments that Moses read. It wasn't on there. Like, I'm surprised. It's so important here. So you going to fight this sucker?
Yes, I'm fighting it.
Boy, you have no choice. Huh? What?
Well, the police officer told me, he says, you slowly drove by the school bus. I said, I didn't drive by, I was sliding. And he said, no, I didn't see you sliding.
Stephen, I'm trying to think, right? Because, sometimes you got to throw the book at people, right? And
Right.
Of all things to throw the book at, it's going to be the school bus ticket,
Oh,
right?
for sure,
So
no
part
doubt about it.
part of me wants to throw that book at you on air right now. We'd all feel good about it to see the book thrown at someone. But I
Right.
do want to ask you, what is your strategy for getting out of this ticket? You're going to go to court. A judge is going to read this, going to read about what the police officer's report. He's not going to be happy. What's your strategy here?
Well, I'm thinking that I would just, I'll bring I have photos of that day.
Yeah.
So I'm going to bring them. And in the middle lane, there was less ice, less snow.
The weather
On my
report.
si- But on my side, on the far side, it was all kinds of ice and snow. So I have some pictures. I'm going to see if he'll, maybe drop my demerits.
Mm-hmm.
The ticket, well, if he tells me you did pass the school bus, which I did,
Yeah.
I'll accept the ticket, but I'm going to ask him to at least demerits.
Not a bad idea, Stephen, talking to the prosecutor beforehand, saying, listen, look, and hey, how's your record beforehand? Do you have any tickets other than this?
I have one stop sign 2 years ago.
2 years, and that's it. Clean as a whistle otherwise?
Yes.
Okay, listen, bring that up there. You got to, and if especially if you've got decades of driving experience and you only got 2 tickets to your name, bring that up and plead on the mercy there. That's probably your best option.
That's what I'm trying.
Stephen, thanks for the call. Stay
Thank you
safe
so
out
much.
there in the
All right,
CRV.
you too.
I head over to Debbie in Brossard. Hi, Debbie.
Hi.
Hi. It says here you got a ticket because of the station. Our station?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
CJAD. You were on, I forget, the 4th Street.
Okay.
And
This is
won-
back in the day.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'd won a contest. We had to go in early in the morning. I parked my car because it said I could park until 9 o'clock. And when myself and 3 other contestants came out at 10 to 9, we had all received parking tickets. And they had been given at 8:40.
Oh, man.
So I had one of those little disposal, those little cameras that we all had before the phones, and I took a picture of the parking sign, and I was going to court. The rest of them, oh, no, we can't take a day off. I said, I'm right. When I'm right, I'm going. I went to court, and I showed them the picture, and they said, well, what is this? Look at your ticket. It says, I said, exactly. My ticket was given 20 minutes before my parking time ran out. So I won it. I lost a day of work, but I won it.
So you won the ticket, and what did you
get a ticket?
What did you win from CJAD, Debbie?
Well, it was we had to be voted off the island.
Oh.
So what we did was we all came in and we had to go to the I forget which metro station it was, and we had to do like a busking. Whoever got the most money won.
What was this like?
Played instruments.
Was this like 25 years ago when Survivor was in its heyday? Is that?
Yes, it probably was around that time. Yeah.
That's hilarious. Okay, well, Debbie, thanks for the great story, and glad to hear you didn't have to pay for the ticket. Well worth a day off of work as well.
Yeah, it was fun.
Okay, Debbie, thanks for reminiscing. Love the story. Debbie in Brossard. Can you imagine that? That's how big Survivor was. Season 50 of Survivor's happening now, isn't it? God, Survivor's been on the air for a long time. Okay, let me go to Ville Saint Laurent, where I find Elias. Elias in Saint Laurent, talk to me.
Elias on CJAD, how are you?
I'm good. What's happening with you? What happened to you? What do you drive?
So, I was driving my wife's car, Q5, and we went to a concert at Place Belle in Laval.
Mm-hmm.
So we're looking for parking, and I saw that there's no parking between, I think, 11 and 3 in the afternoon. So wanting to get there early, finding a spot so I can exit the concert and come back home quickly, I found a spot, and I parked my car at 2:51 in the afternoon. And I took a picture of it, and I told my wife, listen, my luck is such that I'm going to get a ticket because I'm going to surpass the 10-minute time limit. So picture at 2:51 in case I get a ticket and say, listen, no, my 10 minutes actually is up at 3:01, which is a legal parking time.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't get a ticket for that. I got a ticket at 5:17 in the afternoon for an illegally parked car in a zone marked no parking. And it confused me because in that area, there's so many signs, and it's like, did I misread the sign? So I go back the next day, I make sure that everything is okay, But before that, obviously, I took a picture of my car with the timestamp on the phone so that I can contest the ticket. So I go to the courthouse in Laval, say, listen, I want to contest this. The clerk sees it, is in full agreement with me, says, listen, we still have to give you a court date. I said, but I don't want a court date. You can obviously see this is my car.
Cancel the ticket.
Cancel the ticket. But no, they made me miss half a day of work. I went there. It gets a little bit more interesting where I had to speak with a lawyer. She came in late, and she wanted to get the obvious ones off the docket. And I'm saying, listen, I have my proof right here. Just like sign me out. So she saw it. She was in agreement, but she wasn't able to sort of dismiss it right away. So I had to wait. Luckily, I was only third in line.
Yeah.
But as soon as I got up, she remembered the picture. Says, Monsieur, can I see the picture? Here it is. Judge, acquitted. It's not a valid ticket.
Jeez.
And just that the anguish of having to wait and getting time off work and such, it was just incredible.
Elias, do I say Elia? Do I say Louis as well? What do you go by? You go by Elias like I do?
Elia.
Okay, so Elia, listen, this is the lesson in life. There is no such thing as free parking. You're going to have to pay for it either in time or some other way.
I learned it the hard way.
Thanks for the call. We're going to leave it there with Elia on Traffic Court today. Couldn't get to everyone this morning. Don't fret. Next week, same place, same time, CJAD. And I have a note from a listener reacting to Debbie, who said, get a load of this. She remembers the Survivor contest at CJAD. She writes this, I was at the first Survivor thing at CJAD. It was a gross food eating contest hosted by Rick Peterson. Great memory right there. Thanks for all the memories and all the court cases. We'll be back at it next week.
I'm Dylan Playfair.
And I'm Tyler Smith.
We're putting loneliness in the penalty box by talking to some of our favorite athletes about the importance of friendship.
This is Bromance.
Bromance is brought to you by Charm Diamond Centers, proudly Canadian owned and operated. Charm has been part of your love stories and bromances for over 50 years.
And you can find Bromance on the iHeartRadio network or wherever you get your podcasts.